Hello everybody, welcome back to this channel, welcome back for another disturbing movie breakdown, and today the wheel landed on 2008 French psychological horror movie Martyrs. Now, I have seen before, I would like to say that, I'm being very upfront with you when I have seen a movie and I haven't seen a movie, because I feel second watches or third watches will not be the same extent or shocking, I feel, as first watches. So I have seen this before, I've seen it once, and I really enjoy it. So when it landed on that, I was very excited to rewatch it. It's been a few years since I've last done it. And yeah, watch it and see if I can kind of pick up on more things and see if it still has that impact it gave me the first time I watched it. So without further ado, let's jump into the disturbing breakdown. So Martyrs is a 2008 psychological horror movie from France. The French know how to do their extreme movies, that is for sure, and Martyrs is no different. So Martyrs follows a young woman called Lucy and her friend Anna, who embark on a revenge mission for the torture and abuse that young Lucy felt when she was a child, that she escaped from. But of course, things never go to plan, and enacting that revenge causes some pretty big repercussions to occur. So that is your little rundown of the movie. If you don't want no spoilers, because baby, you know what happens in the disturbing breakdown. We break it down as well as I can on YouTube, because YouTube don't like certain words being said. So we will try our hardest with this movie. Now, is it graphic? Oh boy, it's very graphic. There are a lot of violence. There's a lot of self-harm in it. There's a lot of cutting, so much peeling. But did it have to happen to make this movie impactful? Yes, I feel that all that violence is justified to give us this good movie that we have. So let's kind of get into the nitty gritty of it, and I'll explain along the way why I feel that it was important to be this extreme for us to get the product that we got at the end of this movie. So I mentioned that it follows a young lady called Lucy. Now the film starts with a montage of things, and it's a little girl who escapes a torture den, essentially. And she is then put through like an orphanage, and that's where she meets her friend Anna. And yeah, it kind of documents it's like a I would say a montage. They package it as a evidence, like I don't know what you would call it, but you see it like true crime shows, like slideshows and stuff, like who this person is, almost like a dossier of this person and this person's life. So we know off the bat that Lucy's had a very hard time of it, and Lucy is who we are following in this movie, and it does a very good thing as well of immediately integrating the friendship between Lucy and Anna. Okay, Lucy is someone that does not trust anyone apart from Anna, and Anna takes that on with great pride and responsibility, because we see she's talking Anna to the police, and she's very forthcoming. She's very much in the belief that people, these people that tortured her friend need to be dealt with. But as soon as she notices that her friend is distressed in their bedroom, she's gone. She goes to help her and protect her, and is there for her and gives her a hug. And it's just instantly, we know that these two are thick as thieves, and that these two are the heartbeat of this movie going forward, which I find is a very important thing for reasons why stuff like this happens. Things that happen in this movie and why they happen is important because of this heartbeat. Okay, I want people to remember that, because some people have problems with why Anna does what she does. You'll get it by seeing that heartbeat in this movie. Now, something I love that Martyrs does is they incorporate general horror into this movie. So where I talked about Sallow, and I said that's more of a drama than a horror, the horror comes from the extreme distressing themes of the movie. And the coffee table, again, that's more of a drama, but the horror comes from the distressing events that happen. This incorporates the straight up horror in the fact that Lucy is being chased and being tormented by this disfigured demon who is just hell-bent on attacking Lucy, and it's a pretty scary looking thing. The moments we see of this thing is done to great, very well-ly timed jump scares that's not cheap, and I find it incorporates actual horror as opposed to just the horrible stuff happening. Like, there is actually something that you would call from a horror movie is involved, which I like that. But then it cuts to, I believe it's 15 years later, and a lovely little family in France are having their breakfast. They're all happy. You got a mum, you got a dad, you got a big brother, you got a little sister. They're all happy. They have the time of their lives eating their breakfast and being annoying to each other. And a doorbell rings, and there is adult Lucy with a shotgun, and she just obliterates them all. She goes and she hunts them down and she shoots them down and she's just killing them all. The mum and the dad she has no problem with. She has problems and difficulty with the children, but she gets them done straight. She's there to do one thing only, and that is to obliterate this family, and boy does Lucy achieve that plan. Now, this is something that when I first watched it, immediately I gasped. Like, I couldn't believe that it was just abrupt, and it was so violent, and we were like, what the hell is going on, you know? And the second time round, I was worried that it wouldn't have that same effect, but it did. It still surprised me, it still shocked me, even though I knew it was coming. It's such a well crafted scene with the mundane breakfast talk for like 5-10 minutes of this family. So you're immediately thinking, okay, we're in this family. Maybe Lucy's gone to this family. Maybe this is Lucy's new you know, like, we know it's set in the future. So you think, okay, yeah, they're fun, they're friendly, they're like a normal, happy family. And then when the event happens, you're just shocked because you can't believe that all of that normalness and tranquility just gone in an instant. And then when you find out it's Lucy that's done it, you're like, what the hell is going on? What's happened between 15 years to do this? And it's so visceral. And, you know, you got the children who are crying and begging for their lives, and see this ends them with the shotgun. And oh boy, Lucy is she's on a mission for there, okay? She's on a mission. And while she's doing it, and after she's done it, she's saying into the air that she's done it, she's killed them, you know, I've done it, I've killed them. And you're immediately thinking, okay, is this connected to that weird demon thing that's affecting her, you know? And Anna's not there. She calls Anna. We find out while she's on the phone to Anna that they have been trailing this family because this is who Lucy believes kidnapped her and tortured her when she was a child, and she is there to enact revenge. And yeah, although the original plan was to scout them out, Lucy just went ahead and just killed them all. Okay, so Anna goes to them, to that house, and is just like, what the hell have I stumbled upon? And that's where we find this demon again, and she's going to town on Lucy. Okay, Lucy's having a hard time with this demon, not fun at all, and she's like grabbing the mother's blood and like holding up the demon to be like, I killed that person, but the demon's having none of it. This demon is just wanting Lucy to die. She keeps getting away. Anna keeps coming to the rescue, finding Lucy bleeding and finding Lucy screaming, and she's there patching her up and all that stuff. Then Anna's like, I don't know what to do. So she smartly moves the bodies, and that's where she finds that the mother is still alive. The mother has not died yet, and you can tell that she does not know what to do. She's torn between believing her friend that these people are responsible for the horrific things, but at the same time, there is a chance. They weren't sure. That's why they were scouting them out. They didn't know for sure. And even Lucy on the phone was saying, like, I'm certain, I think, and stuff like that. So Anna has this doubt in her mind. So she goes and she tries to help the mother and get the mother out. But Lucy is there. Lucy's not having any of it and just bludgeons her head in. It's so unflinching, and she just keeps hitting her head in with a hammer, and oh, you see that head crack. You see it crack, baby. So now that family is dead, then they're definitely dead. And the demon comes back again with a box cutter, slices Lucy's arms, everything like that. And this is where we kind of look in and we find out that this demon, when Lucy escaped, she went into another room in that dungeon and found another victim being tortured, and she didn't help. She ran away and saved herself. And we cut back as well from a scene with the monster attacking Lucy to what is actually happening, and it's all in Lucy's head, and she's actually self-harming herself because of the guilt, and it's all an imagination of survivor's guilt, essentially. And Lucy dies. Lucy kills herself. It slices her throat. And it's such a sad moment and a sad scene, because when you realise actually it's all in her head and it's just her trauma coming out of her and her guilt coming out of her, like, it's heartbreaking. And the fact that she does it with Anna there and there's nothing Anna can do to help and save her friend, it's very sad. It's very well done as well, with the way that it kind of, you realise what's going on. So Anna's now left in this house with all these dead people, and yeah, she doesn't know what to do, but she finds a bunker, an underground bunker, and she goes looking in there, and that is where she finds out that actually, yes, these people were responsible for Lucy and many other people. She finds all of the evidence lead to the torture, and there she finds this other victim, who is the person that Lucy didn't save, and she's in a very, very bad way. And it's the makeup on this person is fantastic. Like, she's just covered head to toe in just cuts and rips out of her skin. So each movement she makes, it sends a shiver down you, and it's such fantastic makeup on this person. And Anna rescues her, gets her out of the bunker, puts her in water and like bathe her, but she's in so much pain because she's just open wounds everywhere. And you think, okay, maybe, because you're wondering, where's this movie going now? So you think, okay, maybe she's found this new person to look after, and that's what the movie's going to go forward now. But no, because a bunch of people come and just murder and kill the woman that she rescued and captures Anna. And this person, who is the leader of the group, is called Mademoiselle, and they take Anna to the dungeon, and oh boy, do they torture the hell out of her. So you may be wondering, why do they do these to people? Are they just sickos? Yeah, they're sickos, but the reason they do it is they believe that someone can be pushed to such extreme pain and to the end of their limit that they can then transcend to the great beyond and be able to, they're on the grasp of death, that they can give you info back on to what is the great beyond when we go. And that is what these people are trying to do. They're trying to push these victims into getting to as near as death as they can to then experience the great beyond, that they can then tell these people about it. The only problem, they keep dying, okay? They haven't had anyone be able to tell them what the hell was going on, because they keep dying. And Lucy was someone that just got out. She attacked the people that were there with her, and she got out. But the family, it is the people, they work for Mademoiselle. So they are just torturing the hell out of Anna. They are slicing her, they are dicing her, and it's just very, very sick and it's uncomfortable. And they flay her, essentially. They skin her. There's no skin on her. This is all this blood and muscle, and it's disgusting. Like, again, the makeup on this movie was, I'm guessing they did it all practically, was just absolutely fantastic. Like, it looked so real. It really, really did. And you just feel every nick of that knife. You feel every time that skin comes up, and every time she's screaming and begging to leave, because you know that this person is a good person. She spent her childhood looking after this damaged, traumatized little girl all the way into adulthood. You know, she would ride or die. She went with her to find the people that did this to her friend, and even right at the last minute, yes, she may have had a sliver of doubt when she was trying to rescue the mother of the torture people, but she was still there till the end with Lucy. And that's where some people kind of feel a little bit annoyed with this movie, very much like, well, she should have just gone, you know, this is ridiculous, she should have called the police, yada yada yada. When you watch the movie, like, you can just feel just how in tune and how connected those two were. So it makes sense that this person, again, we know that the police did interviews with them. You know, the police 15 years ago were trying to figure out what was going on. So these people have had 15 years of no luck because it's still happening. So of course they're going to go on their own. They've been let down countless times. We also have a moment where Anna's on the phone to her mum, her estranged mum, and we know that relationship is abusive. So these all they have. So of course she's going to stay with her. Of course she's going to get into this position because it's just those two, and it has been for so long. That's my take on it anyway. As I said, she's on the edge, right? She's right on the edge of death, and Mademoiselle is there, and she whispers something to Mademoiselle. So Mademoiselle, the leader of this torture gang, knows what she's got, the information she needs. And you don't know, and you never find out what is whispered. And she leaves, she goes to this big group meeting. She takes herself away, and she gets out a gun, and she puts it to her head, and she pulls the trigger, and she kills herself. We never know what Anna said. We don't know whether there's anything there. We don't know if there is something there. It's left ambiguous. So there's a lot of theories about what people think. Some people think that there was nothing, and Anna said nothing, you know, there's nothing there. So she's tortured these people for years and years and years, only to find that it was all for nothing. So she couldn't take it, and she ended it. Or some people have looked at it as maybe there was something so magical and so amazing that Mademoiselle could not wait. She had to witness this herself. She had to go to this great beyond, and that's why she ended it. I personally think, in tone with the movie, there's nothing. I think she just couldn't deal with the fact that she killed all these people and tortured all these people for nothing at the end of it. That's how I feel, because this movie is so just... there's no hope in this movie. So I think it would be a bit weird if at the end of all that there is something great in the afterlife for these people. But at the same time, it is a very dark movie, so I would like to think maybe that there was something great and that Anna and Lucy are together. Because yes, she ain't surviving that. But that's Martyrs. That is the movie Martyrs. So, as I said, I really enjoy it. I think it's a fantastic, disturbing horror movie in the sense that you can watch it for just a horror movie, and you can watch it because it's a disturbing movie as well. The horror elements of it aren't cheaply done. I don't find any of the jump scares cheaply done. I love the makeup and effects in this movie. I love the characters in it, just like looking and seeing, and like the way they go into the reasons why every person does what they do. It's very interesting to on the second watch to kind of like, because you know what's happening, to pick up when you notice these people. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Disturbing meter, I'm going to give this an 8. I think it's very dark. It's very disturbing in the sense that it makes me cringe. It doesn't shy away from the torture. It's unflinching. It looks so realistic. The makeup and the emotional pain they're in to match with the physical pain they're in. It's very difficult to get through, but if you can, it's a fantastic, rewarding movie, because I feel nothing is cheaply done. I think everything that happened in this movie earns its place to be in this movie. So I really enjoy it, but it's very disturbing, and I find that there's just no hope in this movie at all, and it's just sad. It's a sad look at abuse and sad look at just what people will do to find new, to find and fulfill what they feel is right, or what they want to do. These people believe so much there is something after death that they're willing to do these horrific things to these poor innocent people just because they feel that they're right. And it's such an interesting look and deep dive into that. But let me know in the comments down below if you have seen Martyrs. There is a remake, an American remake, which is absolutely atrocious. If you're gonna watch one of them, watch the proper one. It's the 2008 one. Do not put on the 2015, I believe. If that's on streaming services, do not watch that. Get away from that shit right now. Watch the French 2008 one if you're gonna pick one of them. Jesus Christ, please don't do that to yourself, because that's torture in a whole other way. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel as well. It helps out and is a place to be for your disturbing movie breakdowns. Follow me on the socials. This is a place to be for things to do with normal movies and movie collecting. So yeah, make sure you hit that up if you're interested for that stuff. But thank you so much for watching. This has been Sophia Margaritelli. This has been Disturbing Movie Breakdown. Thank you for watching for Martyrs. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye for now.